It's been a while. Hi. It's been a few months since I've uploaded anything to this channel. A lot of shit's been happening. I broke my ankle in January. Then a few months later, I had to go back to in real life school. And personal life things, and mostly just I just felt tired all the time. And I was kind of getting out of Homestuck for a bit. But now, I am back in the groove of things. So I'm going to continue with where we left off. Volume 9, Rote 2. It came from space. The bees! It's the bees. So this is it. You think this Sollux guy is going to be a piece of grub cake. From what both Karkat and Kanai have told you, the poor guy recently got ghosted by his girlfriend? Best friend? You're not quite sure what they were, and apparently neither do their friends. For trolls, friend seems to be loaded as a word as girlfriend. Regardless, from what you managed to gather, they were quite close, and her ghosting him has had serious emotional effects. Thing is, the guy sounds like a mess and looks like a loser, and boy is he ready for you. He's been flying low for a while, and you're ready to scoop him up and baby feed him the tenderest of worms directly into his mouth. Figuratively speaking, let's ease into that. Then so are you, and you're ready to fucking do it. Now, of all of your mutual friends, Karkat has shown the most concern, in the most backhanded of ways. Trapped in the throes of extremely online sick sleepdom, he's been unable to tell Sollux he's worried. And so, instead of having an honest conversation with a longtime friend, Karkat has managed for an alternative meat brute between the two of you. It's foolproof, which means it's you-proof. Karkat gave you an honestly frightening amount of detail on Sollux's everyday routine. The main difficulty is, he seldom leaves his hive. He's kind of an indoor guy. Today, though, you've gotten lucky. Sollux has made plans to see a friend, and you're going to casually bump into the guy and play out of all Karkat's carefully created plans, step by step, and befriend him. But first, he actually has to show, for someone with such a rigid schedule, he's sure not great at sticking to it, so you're just left here, at an alien train station, sitting on an alien bench, trying to not make eye contact with any of the aliens around you. Sure, they might be potential friends, but no. You're pretty sure that Sollux is the guy for you this time around. You know it the same way you've known everything else since this particular leg of your meandering journey had begun. It's gotta be Doc Scratch, right? That cue ball-looking motherfucker stole the memories of all your previous buddies. It stands to reason that he stole some other ones, too. In fact, Alternia helping you remember just made you realize that there could be so many things you forgot. I'm dehydrated. You can't shake the feeling that you're still being used. That everything you do, every move you make, feeds back into some shitty mastermind's plan. You tried zapping back to Doc Scratch's mansion, but you can't get there either. He's out of bounds. So you gotta default it to your usual thing. Friend acquisition. You are playing into someone's hands. You just know it. But the alternative is just to do nothing? Sit quietly in a room alone and not have any contact with anyone? Who knows if that is exactly what Doc Scratch wants you to do in the first place? It's really hard to do anything at all the time. Anyway, Sollux. You heard a lot about this dude, and you're certain he's heard all about you. How could he not? You're basically best friends with everybody he knows. You are an unstoppable friending force. Oh, fuck. There he is. Wait, fuck. I'm sorry, I forgot how this game works. Oh fuck, there he is. He's pretty much exactly the way you imagine. How did Karkat do it? A skinny fuck and a total loser would be utterly lost without Karkat's devotion and guidance. Yep, just like that. What should you do? You decide to hang back and wait a little while longer. You stand on the platform a few unpolite feet away from him. Before long, the train pulls up, and you see Sollux take a furtive peek inside before walking back to the platform. That's interesting. A second train comes in, and he seems to deem this one worthy and hops in. You count to 10 before rushing in. The car's almost empty. It's just you, Sollux, and a pile of blankets in a corner. The inside of the car is bee-themed? Man, trolls really love bugs. Sollux takes a bench seat and puts his bag next to him, so there's no chance anyone will sit here. Luckily for you, the one in front of him is still empty. They're all empty, actually, so you take it. There's something a little nostalgic about this setup. It feels like any minute now, Sollux is going to ask you arbitrary questions that may affect some cosmic choices in your life moving forward. No, he doesn't. In fact, Sollux's face seems totally neutral. All he does to acknowledge your presence is lift one single brow. The time you spent near him may have been short so far, but the idea of him you have built in your head is quite strong. You've heard enough about his friends to know he's not bothered at all. However, if you didn't know any better, you would say Sollux is emitting the energy of someone who walked into an empty bathroom and chose the most secluded stall only for someone else to walk in and choose the one next to him. Which is nonsense, because you do know better. All the secondhand knowledge you got this guy can't be wrong. He's doing what you've mentally dubbed his tsundere act. You keep staring. Can I help you, dude? This isn't how you expected to introduce yourself, but you do it anyway. Okay. He pointedly pulls out his phone and doesn't look at you anymore. Okay, you're something that he needs in space. You pull out your own phone. Wait, there's a doubt that you have him because it hasn't even been mentioned in a good 2/3 of this game. Heh, silly. Little did you know, the phone survived in all of your hoodie pockets. They truly don't make phones like this anymore. Sollux is holding his horizontal, which gives the feeling that he's playing a video game. Well, he's got you beat already. You don't have any games on yours. Do you have games on your phone? Okay. You decide instead to go through your messages, and wow, you had so many plans with so many of your friends, and you went and disappeared on them. Fuck, they were all counting on you. Okay, you got this. Karkat is basically showing you this guy's entire game library, and you're going to super casually bring up games he likes. No problem. There's a name on it that really is a surprise to, but in hindsight it makes sense. Back at home, the game's still wildly popular. Nobody knows exactly where Minecraft came from, but fuck, everyone loves it. You loudly announced to absolutely fucking nobody, because you're being so casual and friendly, that you love Minecraft. Every gamer knows that one, but you got no reaction. Fuck, this guy can probably tell you don't even know how to use a texture pack. That's fine, no harm done. You know he's also a huge fan of Attack Drone in solid state. You don't have time to find anything out about it on Gorgle, besides the fact that it was apparently staunchly anti-war. The guy making the games got away with it for a while before the Empire caught up with him, mostly because nobody actually understood what the fuck it was about. Name dropping it alone would surely be enough to show him what a badass gamer you are. Nothing. God. Group Stronghold 2? No. Fortnite? Damn. You're completely certain all these sick games would prove irresistible conversational topics. You look thick. You don't actually give a fuck, but please don't puke on my through. That startles you. Immediately, you reassure him you're fine. That sounds like bullshit, but I'll believe it since I don't want to make this any more awkward. And flux. Are you surprised he's changed his tune so fast? You're that alien everyone's talking about, aren't you? How do you know? You've been messaging me for days, dude. And it's totally weirdly invasive to me. Whatever, I'm in a good mood today, so we're starting over. Okay, this isn't that bad. You can do this. You introduce yourself over again and try to play out the fact that, a creepy amount of insider knowledge about this guy. I don't think it was big. Hey, why are you being so loud? Can you see I'm trying to sleep here? A small old troll pops out from the blankets in the corner. Somehow, this really shakes Sollux. We need to leave immediately. Why? You don't understand. This guy here is going to die, and we're going to go without him. Go with him if we don't get the right out fucking now. So, what will you do? You put your hand on Sollux's shoulder. There is nothing wrong. The train continues to shake. Are you out of your mind? We have to... The shaking stops as suddenly as it started. Both Sollux and the sleepy troll look around confused. Everything looks fine. Sleepy troll just yawns and goes back under the blankets. I don't understand. This isn't how things work. What did you do? Who knows? You're not entirely sure what Sollux thought was going to happen. Is he okay? No, I hear voices. You hope he's getting the right help for that. No, you're a cycled ass-wipe. The voices of the dead, or more importantly, the imminently deceased. And I've clearly heard the voice of that blanket hole right over there. But now I don't, and that doesn't happen. That's never happened before. Oh, isn't that a good thing? It's not bad. It makes you happy to hear. You feel like you're finally making progress in getting through him. Sorry, I got really stressed for a moment. Fuck, this is awkward. You reassure him it's fine. You enjoy the rest of the ride with him, mostly in companionable silence. The train pulls in what seems to be the right stop, as Sollux stands up. You're friends with KN, right? Kanaya? Oh yes, you eagerly nod. Well, I'm headed her way if you're interested. You're nowhere near as annoying as TZ and KK made you sound. Sollux smiles. It's the first time you've seen him genuinely smile in your time together, and tell him that you would love to see Kanaya again. Wait, hold on. Tracy and Karkat think you're annoying. He snorts. No, they just describe you honestly. And being how you are is part of your charm, I guess. As long as he finds it charming too, you're okay with this backhanded compliment. Dude, you've got to stop being so overeager, it's a little embarrassing. But anyway, I hope you didn't have a heavy breakfast. Doesn't he expect you to run there? You can teleport easily, you can get there fast. That's nice, but we're going to arrive with more style. Before he's done talking, you've already in midair, and you've been lifted by psionics before, but it's the first time you feel completely weightless. It's like gravity is completely forgotten, and you have to answer to it. Brace yourself, I refuse to slow down. So you do. Everything around you becomes a blur. You know you're somewhere, but everything just looks like colors. When the world shapes back into view, you're in Kanaya's hive. Sollux looks back snug. Kanaya looks from him to you and back again. While I am happy and made a friend, I wish you had given me a warning. No offense. None taken. But you are a little curious as to why you had to take the train over. Sollux seems like he would have easily flown there, so why? Can't a dude that be super fucking daft about public transportation? Fuck, the entire planet is a stupid fucking hemosecond system. But at least a train can take you where you need to go for the most part. Well, you can't say that runs the same true for where you're from, no. He knows I will not open the door otherwise. Oh? Okay, I didn't really kill my vibe. Completely harsing it. Well, I would think our friend would appreciate knowing that while powerful you are still developing control. And I would rather not have to mop your brains off my front door. Are we really doing this again, Miriam? On last name basis against Alexander. Yes, we are doing this again. Being the naturally curious person you are, you've amassed a good amount of troll enemy knowledge by now. Thus far, weird alien brain anatomy has eluded you. What happens is that I have big brains that is almost as big as I... What happens is that when we were younger, Sollux would get really sleepy if he used his powers too much. And KN found Gorgle. They found terms like dopamine, noradrenaline, and thiamine. Now they think they know better than me. Sollux, please. I sent you the links. We both know the same amount. Yeah, whatever. I came to do a favor, so I decided I need from the 5th and 13th. Sollux, if you're going to make excuses, make good ones. Instead of being annoyed or embarrassed, Sollux seems delighted to hear Kanaya's words. He's already looking away, more relaxed in his element than he was on the train. So what's the problem this time? Where is it? Well, you see the keyboard will not work. I just have no idea what happened. Kanaya points to her computer. It's clearly been cut in half. Most likely sawed in half. Very cleanly. Most dad. Sollux looks at it, like he's seriously considering what could have happened to this computer. Have you tried turning it on and off? Naturally. I figured something like this had happened, so I came prepared. He pulls out some things from his bag, including what looks like an identical version of Kanaya's computer. You think this may happen a lot. While he gets to work getting things up, Kanaya takes you aside. I have to say, I am really impressed. Yes, you're quite impressive. Sollux has not been at his best recently. You see, we had what you call a falling out in our friend group, which resulted in 3 serious injuries and 1 death. The details of which are not mine to share. But Sollux was used in a rather heinous way, and I did not distance myself in any way from the troll who caused all this. And Sollux, in a very Sollux fashion, blamed himself and withdrew from all of his friends. And when he started talking again, he still refused to engage me in conversation, until he finally acknowledged my medical condition. Oh boy. Kanaya hadn't mentioned a medical condition up until this point. You hope you haven't accidentally made her overexert yourself or been rude in any way. You wonder if it's okay to ask. I can see you're interested in what my condition is. It is quite serious and frustrating at times, but I have stopped blaming myself for it, and just accepted it as part of my life. You nod. You're overall a rather healthy individual. You tend to get injured on a bi-weekly basis, but somehow always miraculously come out just fine. You are one sucky son of a bitch. It is a little embarrassing to admit. And tell her that she's your friend. You will not judge her at all. In fact, you want to take a moment to appreciate her for not judging you. She definitely has it more together than you. She smiles one of the warmest smiles she's given. Very well. I am not proud of this, but I am. My medical condition is that I am bulge cursed. Bye, Vriska. Vriska cursed my bulge. You gape at her. Holy shit. Thank you. I have learned to live with it. Kanaya, God, you're just so sorry about... I'm joking. I'm making a joke about my crush on Vriska being a medical condition. I thought it would bring a bit of levity to a situation, but you just look so concerned. It is Kanaya that her sarcasm face looks a lot like her normal face. Yes, people have told me that before. Sollux chooses that moment to slide back in. It's all set. Thank you. I have something that you've been bothering me about for a while. They move towards the computer, and you can't see the screen from where you are, but you can see Kanaya's face light up, whatever you're looking at. Oh, Sollux. I know you did not want to share these pictures. I hope it did not push too far. No, you didn't. And with this being a stupid fuck, I don't know why I so hung up on it. I'm 6 now. I'm technically an adult. Not really, but thank you. It means a lot to me. Yeah, whatever. You both look like stupid grubs in these pictures. That immediately grabs your attention. Well, we were quite young. Try moving closer to take a peek, but Kanaya throws you an absolutely murderous look. Whatever embarrassing childhood memory lane they're going down, it seems it's deeply personal to Sollux. For once in your life, you mind your own business. It's kind of awkward to see myself like that. What am I wearing? It was very fashionable for the time. I would know I had made it for you. It's not you or the fashion, it's us. Picking up on his discomfort, Kanaya saves the day before you can butt in. Focus more on what you had done to your own hair. So, Alexander, what had you been thinking when you did that? Hey! After a few more minutes of reminiscing, they move away from the computer and back to where you're standing. You hope they both appreciate you staying in your own lane. Anyway, I have to say I am rather surprised to see you with company. Yeah, I guess I got my whole lone bark beast reputation to keep up. What can I say? Is that what Miss Picious keeps bringing up on the delightful conversation you two are having? Well, I got big fucking news. Turns out she's not as boring as I thought she'd be. It's going... Going where? Sollux shrugs. Just going. Kanaya hems in agreement, but decides to drop it. It's funny you think that this guy would be a complete loser. He seems to have more game than the average gamer. A stealth Chad, in a way. Wait, hold on. Why does Kanaya get to introduce Sollux to someone, but Karka has to come up with an incredibly convoluted plan for you two to meet? No offense to you or KK, but KK has no filter on who he lets into his life. Yeah, no offense. You feel like you may have started taking actual offense. I hate meeting new people. Do I look like I know what a fuck Dave is? Fifth, I'll kill you. No, you will not. No, I won't. It's a meme. Fuck KN. She smiles pleasantly. You feel a little bit like an outsider, like you're missing some history between them, but you can't help but feel a little warm on the inside, the side of friendship. Anyway, we have to leave. Why? I thought you were going to stay. It is a rather long journey. It's whatever. I left some shit running that I need to check on. Ooh, hacker ship? Of course not. Very well, at least let me get a couple of shirts I fixed for you. And if it would be kind enough to drop a couple of things at the journal office. I fixed a sweater for Carcat. Yeah, no problem. The Mechanian stops away, Sollux is in your face. So, we're not staying over because you're obviously not sick and having it over for a sleepover. Were you fucking weird? You can't argue with that. But also, you seem okay. I wouldn't mind spending the time with you, which is something I don't tell everyone. There's a frozen muscle beast nectar place near the drone office. You can go there. Oh fuck, yes. It's a friend date. We got popsicles! Yeah! Well, that has been Sollux's Pesterquest route. It was fairly short. Glad I was able to, get this one out over the weekend at least. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that.